I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're talking to a business expert by the name of Drexwell Seymour. He's also an author who has written a powerful book that just might change your life. It is called Succeeding in Your Position: 10 Essential Ingredients for Success. His book reveals the secrets to building self-confidence, overcoming everyday challenges, and achieving your goals. With timeless concepts that anyone can apply, this sequel to Rise Up and Take Your Position is a must-read for those looking to thrive in their careers as well as their personal lives. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his compelling book. The links are below this interview. Drexwell, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you and share some of your wisdom with our audience. Let's start out with a basic question. What is one thing that a person can do right now to help turn around their career?
Well, I think the one thing that a person can do is to change their mindset and believe that their career can be turned around. I think that's the first step. You have to believe. And once you believe, you take it from there.
Exactly. Your beliefs control your actions. So what you believe you can do, you can do. What you believe you can't do, you can't do. So you have to be aware of those limiting beliefs. Absolutely. That is great advice. What made you write this follow-up book to your first book?
Well, after I wrote the first book, where I encouraged people to rise up and take the position, I felt that, once people have taken up their position, they found out what their purpose is, they will still need guide on how to succeed because you could be in your position and still fail. And so I thought it was important that I provide some steps on how they could succeed in their position once they reach that place that they.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that you've broken it down to 10 essential ingredients for success. Give me three of those. Let's talk a little bit about those. We'll start with three and then we'll break them down and talk about them a little bit.
Okay, well, sure. Well, the one I mentioned earlier is to believe in yourself. I think that's a key. A lot of people don't have any confidence in themselves. A lot of people think they are a mistake. A lot of people think they can't do anything. But once you start believing in yourself, I think that's a great appetite for success. Belief is a key, and you
Absolutely.
cannot get distraction. I think another thing I is to which tie-ins with belief is to be confident, live with confidence. Um, People are so afraid. They're afraid of failure. They're afraid of what people would think about them. They're afraid of taking risks. And so they remain in that position, forever. So they can live with confidence and they have this belief in living with confidence together will transform their personal lives, will transform their business. And I think another third one, there are 10, but I think choosing the right team.
Mm.
Even in your marriage, choose the right person. In your business, choose the right person. It doesn't make sense, having people with you who are not with you. You still have to do the same work that you recruited them to do. They're not part of the team. You end up, wasting a lot of your time. And so I think we have to have the right team in order to be successful.
Absolutely. I actually think one of the people you mentioned in assembling your proper team, your wife or your spouse, your husband, if you're a woman, that is probably the most important thing when it comes to success, to have a partner who also believes in you, who is also
Absolutely.
confident that you can succeed. I also think it's interesting. You listen to Tom Brady lately, the great football player. He talks a
Hmm.
lot about success, and he's considered the greatest of all time. And he will tell you he wasn't always the greatest of all time. He was kind of just like a skinny guy who was an average player who
Right.
refused not to be great. So that drive to be great, that belief in yourself are It's so important, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What do you hope readers take away from this book?
I hope that the readers take away the fact that, that there's hope, that they're not in the same position that they could be whatever they want to be, that they don't have to fail. Even if they fail, they still could get over their failure. I really want them to believe that they can succeed in whatever they do, especially if they believe that's what they were called to do.
Exactly. And you're going to fail more times in life than succeed. The journey
Yes.
to success is not a straight line. It's up and down, up and down. You're going to try 20 things, banging your head against the wall, trying to make something work. It's the 21st time that you're going to break through. So I think accepting failure as part of success is huge. I mean,
Yes.
Tesla cars eventually might be a failure. I mean, I don't know how successful they're going to be. They're cutting prices. I don't know if the world is ready for electric cars yet, but he did make his fortune with these cars. He did break ground in the electric car industry. So there are a lot of failures along the road to success for sure. What do you think are some of the common challenges people face in their positions, and how do you think they can overcome them?
Well, I think one of the challenges that people face in most positions, I believe, is financial issues.
Mm.
Yeah, whether as an individual or whether as a business, it's a challenge, especially if you have a great idea that you're trying to achieve, and you don't see where the money is going to come from, or you in the process and something unexpectedly happened and you don't have any savings. And so I think that's a big challenge is, I mean, in my personal opinion, is the financial part. I think another challenge that we face is that we just take people, we take our clients for granted. I think it's important for us to continue to promote our business, continue to develop that relationship with our clients. And that's a challenge. We see people walking away, and that's because we have not maintained a relationship, trying to understand what our client wants. And in our business ourselves are not out there. We need to continue to promote our brand. I think that's a challenge for most of us. We take it for granted.
Yeah,
Those are two
absolutely.
things, I think. Yes.
Yeah, building strong relationships with clients and others within the industry, great communication with clients so you understand what their needs are. So you can understand their problems and you can present solutions. And, capital is always an issue for many, many companies. It can be tough to raise, particularly if you're an entrepreneur. Tell us a little bit about your own journey. You're a CPA, correct? Uh, tell
Yes,
us,
I
a- tell us a little bit about your work and how it influenced this book.
Well, my journey didn't start off really that well. I mean, of
Mhm.
course, I am a CPA. I became a CPA when I was 22. But prior to that, I suffered from inferiority complex.
Mm.
And then after I got my CPA and I started working and I met my wife and I started accomplishing certain things, I I overcame inferiority complex
Mm.
and I became confident in myself. And that allowed me to be very successful. I ended up becoming the CEO of the largest telecommunications company in the Turks and Caicos Islands. After that, I formed an accounting firm. It's been 11 years now since I had this accounting firm, and all of that because of the confidence and 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 also doing a lot of research and getting a lot of knowledge. It helped me to be successful of who I am today.
Absolutely. And you mentioned your wife in that journey. I'm sure she helped you along as well.
She helped me very much. I mean,
Yeah.
significantly. She played a very significant role in helping me. She encouraged me. She was there by my side, making sure, that I am achieving the goals that I set out and making sure that I believe in myself as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Behind every great man is a great woman, they say. And I
So I
fully
believe
believe
that,
that.
yes.
Yes. And behind every great woman is a great man as well, because a partnership at home is so essential for success. Were you raised in Turks and Caicos?
Yes, I was raised in Turks and Caicos. I spent 16 years in Turks and Caicos and I went off to college in Ohio.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, it's a beautiful island. I haven't been there. I have been on my bucket list for sure. And we really appreciate you sharing your recipe for success in this wonderful book. It's called Succeeding in Your Position, 10 Essential Ingredients for Success. It reveals the secrets to building self-confidence, overcoming everyday challenges, and achieving your goals. It will help you achieve success not only in your personal life, but in your professional life as well, of course. It's a must read for anyone who is looking to get to that next level. And I think that's just about everyone. Drexwell, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you. I appreciate this conversation. Thank you so much.
I appreciate your time and your insight. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time, this time until next time on Spotlight.